This video took a little bit of an hour to make. This is going to be me redesigning or reworking an avatar for a subscriber and a good friend, Claire. I honestly wasn't too sure. I did a little bit of work on just a rough, regular drawing of her avatar, but I wanted to rework the design of it. I really liked it. I thought it'd be an interesting challenge, so this is going to be me doing a time-lapse of working on that, which I've been working on for a bit, couple hours after stream. But honestly, it was really fun and an interesting challenge for me, especially because, working on something for somebody else is always going to be a unique challenge, and honestly, I wouldn't be expecting much, but, it's honestly fun because it gives me a unique basis, and there's a lot of things I really liked with the design. A lot of things I'll probably rework when I eventually fully finish it, but this is just like close to done time lapse type thing. And honestly, I was planning on just, eventually doing this a couple months, weeks down the line, but honestly, you guys are amazing, and I wanted to get a video out today, and I didn't want to wait on it because I've been meaning to put out a video today, and I thought, you know what, why not? This, with all you guys' support, it really means a lot, makes my day, and honestly, I wanted to, do something for one of my my dear friends and do this, and honestly, it was fun to do. There's a lot of great, cool little tweaks and little things on the design that I wanted to reference, and there was a lot of influences, like the design takes a little bit of a Rogue and Lula approach from Hell of a Boss and X-Men Evolution, and honestly, there was a lot of other things. The hair was, I wanted to at one point I was going for a more flamey look, but I just couldn't get it to work, and I went for a more Vi approach from Arcane, which, if you know me, I love me some cool mixture of long, short hair. So, and I was doing this time lapse on my phone, so that's why in the editing is a little weird, but I did like the eyes being all black with the green in the center, so I wanted to keep that. I originally was just gonna change it, but I just didn't like doing that, so I kept it the way it was. I was gonna put like a little cat eyes, and I didn't like that either. So, honestly, going through the design, I kept the core things, but reworked some stuff I just didn't understand. I also added, on the neck brace, I added the kind of satanic symbol that she has, and I thought it was a pretty cool little thing, and I tried to rework it and keep it kind of close. And I thought, I kept taking a bit of inspiration from images online. It was something I wanted to add from the get-go. Um, and added little jewelry bits and little swirls. I was originally going to add a leather coat, but I just didn't think that fit in the design, and it wasn't working, so I just said heck with it, which I kept the black lipstick because me like some black lipstick. I'm just kidding. I thought it worked. It was a pretty cool thing. I originally was going to have her have a Vi-ish hairstyle, but I just didn't want to do it a disservice, so I kind of kept it. I tried to do it originally the long, similar to the way it was from her base design, and I just didn't like how it was going. It just wasn't working for me. It wasn't clicking. So I went with something in between. And I took a little bit of inspiration from the 10 years later version of Danielle Phantom in the design process, where it was like a mixture of short, long hair. And I was originally going to add a dye streak in the top of the hair for, you know, the rainbow flag, but I just didn't think that fit. So I added it to a glove, and then only later in drawing, I thought that I could have added it to the belt as a belt buckle, and I just didn't realize that. It was a really interesting process because I really liked how it was going. There was a lot of shading and stuff. There were some elements to the outfit that I just kept. There was like scrapped recordings, but basically there was a lot of stuff I wanted to work in that I thought would be cool. The more rogue look, rogue, whatever. Basically, from X-Men Evolution, was just me trying to be interesting with the design, because I thought a Lula type look would work. And I kept trying to I didn't want to do completely my own thing, because there was some stuff I liked about the design. And the pants I was originally going to do were ripped jeans, and you can see me trying to do like a shirt, and I wanted it to have like a almost half sports bra-y look, and it wasn't working like a side dress, and I eventually changed it, and I was looking at images from, you know, Rogue's outfit from X-Men Evolution, and I thought, you know, maybe something like that could work. And I stuck with that, you know, because I thought, you know, that kind of works. Kept the glove design because couldn't help myself. There are some elements I might rework later, but for right now, I'm pretty drained, so I'll eventually do some touch-ups at a later date. I don't know when. But basically, I kind of had a translucent sleeves shirt underneath, kind of as a reference to Rogue, and I tried to take some inspiration from her glove design, because I thought, you know, I thought it would be cool to have one hand have the glove and the other hand didn't, on the hip, you know, as a kind of a reference to one of the poses. I'm not a big pose person unless I'm really having to do something, but since this was like for somebody important, I kind of tried to do a little bit, kind of take some inspiration from some things, rework some stuff. I might touch it up at a later point. You can see me kind of working in the from the images that I had, or a screenshot of the design. I did, you know, try to do some rough shading and try to figure out some stuff that I thought would be cool. I was struggling a bit for the nose area shading because it just kept looking off, and it just felt weird, and I didn't like that, so I kept reworking the shading there because it looked like they had a mustache. I was like, what the hell? So I kept reworking that. And then I think I nailed it. So I eventually, I think I got the design close to what I wanted. The pants, I just said, fuck it with. The shirt, I kind of kept similar to how it was, kind of a mixture of translucent, but kind of not. Kept reworking the shading, not really completely proud of that, but, you know, it's the best I could do. I like to keep it green because I thought that worked as a half color. Purple, black, and green were pretty good. The white skin tone. I was going to add a mixture of pinkish look to it, and I wasn't working for me, and I kind of liked the design they already had. So I eventually did add the rainbow flag on the kind of the midi bit of the glove, as like just a reference, and also just because, you know, I thought it fit. But I realized I should have just added it to the belt, because I thought that would worked better as like a side belt, and it would have been cooler. But, you know, I was kind of at a drained point where I didn't think about that till way later after somewhat half finishing. So I just kept the belt to like a purple black mix, the pants, I was originally going to do blue jeans, and I just could not figure out the middle part. It wasn't working, so I just said, fuck it. Kind of just cheated a bit and said, you know what, gonna simplify it, keep it the way she did it, add some rough shading to make it look like it actually works when it doesn't. And that was pretty much the designing for me. It took me a bit, so yeah. I did eventually keep the one sleeve on one side because I thought kind of add a bit. I was originally going to have them holding up a flame, but I just didn't thought that fit at all. So design-wise, I just kept trying to figure that out. I was going to add a short leather jacket, like a half-baked, similar to Lady from Devil May Cry 5, I believe. And that was what my original thing was, but I just didn't think that fit. But yeah, this is my reworked design for Claire's avatar. Hopefully she likes it. I worked kind of hard on it, tried to rework some things. Really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It took me a couple hours, but yeah, probably need some rough work behind the scenes. But make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, all that jazz. Really helps out the video and me, because YouTube algorithm kind of sucks lately. I lost 2 subscribers, but yeah. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.